Hey everyone, welcome back to Best Bets. Trevor's weekend was okay. I would stable up Sovereignty. He wants longer, and Rookie Card just missed the win. Lost a head bob at the end. In the forego, McCulloch dominated. Was one of the only two we used in that race. Unfortunately, Cagliostro broke to his nose. Still ran very good and just missed third. Lost a head bob for third. On Sunday, Panda Gate absolutely dominated as a single. My main squeeze, unfortunately, scratched because she ran at Charlestown last weekend instead of running at Saratoga. Overall, not a bad weekend. It's closing weekend now at Saratoga, so let's get into it. Race number 10 on Saturday is the Grade 3 Prioress going 6 furlongs for 3-year-old fillies, and it is the return of the number 9 Brightwork, who won the Grade 1 Spinaway here last year as a 2-year-old, and I really like her in this spot. I don't think this is all that tough of a field, and I know she's coming off the long layoff, but she has looked very good in the mornings. I doubt she's her 9 to 2 morning line, but either way, I think if she runs her best race here, she is the one to beat. I'm gonna play a win ticket on her, and I'm gonna single her on tickets as well. I just don't think this field is all that great, and I mean she gave Ways and Means all that she could handle last year, and Ways and Means has definitely progressed. So I'm hoping Brightwork has also progressed, and she looks like she has in the mornings. Race 11 on Saturday is the Grade 1 Spinaway for 2-year-old fillies, and the Queen's MG is the one I am going with here, and I think is the one to beat. Both of her starts at Saratoga this year have looked effortless. The only other horses that have come out of Stakes Company in this race she has beaten. I think she'll be the favorite out of the field of 10, but there is a full field of 10, so without scratches, I think we still get a good price on her. I am going to key her in an exacta with a couple horses. The first horse I'm going to key her with is the number 6 Salted for Mark Casse. I've been a big fan of this one in both starts. In both starts, she did not break particularly well, but she has finished second. I think she can improve here. I'm hoping third time's the charm, and she can really get out of the gate here and run to her full potential. I still don't think it would be good enough to beat the Queen's MG, but I think she'll be a price, and for underneath in an exacta or keying in the exacta with the Queen's MG, I think it makes sense. The second horse I'm going to use in this exacta key is the number 9 Strong State, who won last time out, and yes, it was just a maiden race, but she did all the dirty work. She fought every step of the way, and she still drew off late. It was a very impressive win, and I think she'll be a big price as well. So that's the exacta I'm gonna play here. Is the Queen's MG over Salted and Strong State. Looking at Sunday's card, it is a Jockey Club Gold Cup day, and we're going to race number 1. It is a 7 furlong maiden race, and the number 8 Hurricane Nelson looks very tough here against others who really haven't run before. He hasn't run a bad race. He just keeps being second best. I'm going to give him one more shot here. He just keeps running too good, in my opinion, to keep not finding the winner's circle. I am going to use him in an exacta, and I'm going to use him with another horse on my multis. In that, I'm going to use the number 2 Montesino for Sherry DeVoe with Irad riding. Irad jumps on for Sherry, even though Chad Brown has 2 runners in here. I think that's a little noteworthy. Irad obviously is one of Chad's go-to riders. So the fact that he's not riding either of the Chads here and he's riding for Sherry, I think is a little bit telling. I'm only going to use the number 2 and the number 8 on my multis. I'm going to play a win bet on Hurricane Nelson, as long as he's not like 3 to 5 or anything like that, which I don't think he will be, just because he doesn't seem like to win. I do think he'll be the favorite, though. That is race number 1 on Sunday's card. Race number 12 on Sunday is the Jockey Club Gold Cup going 10 furlongs for 3-year-olds and up. And the number 7 Arthur's Ride is back after his monstrous effort in the Whitney. And this is a much weaker field, in my opinion. He's definitely going to be the favorite, rightfully so. I'm going to key a couple horses around him and hope I can hit this exacta. The first horse I am going to key around him is the number 1, Tappet Trice, who his 4-year-old debut at Monmouth was very professional, in my opinion. He didn't seem like the head case that we all got to know and love as a 3-year-old. So if he's improved and like he's just mentally there now and he's not a head case horse, he definitely has talent. I don't think it's talent to be a performance like Arthur's Ride in the Whitney, but I do think it definitely would be good enough to finish second here. So I'm going to use Tappet Trice underneath on the exacta. And the other horse I'm going to key with Arthur's Ride is the number 5, Pyranus. Every race he's run second in this year has not been a bad effort. His second place in the Stephen Foster, I know it wasn't a great Stephen Foster field, but he ran exceptionally well, in my opinion. Brian Hernandez Jr. gets the mount, and he's been riding great in all of these stakes races. I feel like he rarely gives a bad ride. And this horse is going to be a price, in my opinion. So that's going to be my exacta here is the 7 over the 1-5. Depending on what the reverses look like with the 1-5 over the 7, I may key box. I'm going to guess I'm just going to play this straight, though, because I don't think there's going to be a ton of value key boxing. And on some deeper tickets, I might use all 3. My main ticket, though, I'm just going to single Arthur's Ride on the multis. Looking at closing day, it is Labor Day, and race number 8 on Monday is the Harvey Pack, going 5.5 on the turf for 4-year-olds and up. And I love the number 5 Arzak for the Mike Trombetta barn. Irad gets back on him. I love when Irad rides him. He should be flying late. The way this turf course has been playing all meet really fits to his running style. I'm going to play a win bet on him as long as he's above 2-1. The other horse I'm going to use in here is the number 6 Super Quest for Mark Casse, who I think is just the speed of the speed. I am hoping that Arzak can track him down, but if he can't, I'm going to play these two in exacta. They're the only 2 I'm going to use in the multis here. I think this is a very good chance of coming in 5-6, 6 or 6-5 in race number 8. Race number 10 on Saturday is the Grade 1 Hopeful, going 7 furlongs on the dirt, and I know all the focus is going to be on the number 2 Ferocious after that debut, but I'm going to take a shot here, and I'm going to go with the number 8 Chancer McPatrick on top for Chad Brown. He was very highly touted on debut, did not start great, but absolutely stormed home going 6.5. So I think the stretch out to 7 is going to help him. And I think this 7 furlong distance for some of these 2-year-olds is going to be a little bit of a tricky distance, because I think a lot of them with these very fast speed numbers first time out really just want 6 furlongs, and the 7, that extra furlong might do them in. And that's where I think Chancer McPatrick fits well, because I think he does want to go longer, in my opinion. I will use the number 2 Ferocious with him, just because he might be a freak, and if he improves or replicates that debut effort, everybody else is running for second money. I'm just going to play these 2 in an exacta. I'm going to roll the dice with a win bet on the number 8 Chancer McPatrick, because I know he won't be the favorite. So I think I'll definitely get a decent value on Chancer. The Dude's Betting Bible will be out for Pacific Classic Day this Saturday. If you haven't already picked it up, do so. It's got the Dude's full card of plays for Pacific Classic Day. It also has my top 4 for every race on the Pacific Classic card. If you're playing this weekend, use Twin Spires. It is the official ADW of the Racing Dudes. Use promo code DUDES to get a 100% deposit match on your first deposit. Best of luck if you are playing Del Mar or Saratoga this weekend, and I will see you next time.